These injury issues lately, had a tough few duels in a row. He takes on Jaden Crumpler of Michigan State. Crumpler, a redshirt freshman out of Niagara Falls, taking on a bit of a Northwestern legend, the two-time All-American.
Yeah, and it's tough to see Cannon like this so far this season. He's a fun guy to cheer for, and came back to Northwestern, and as he quickly gets to his legs, you're seeing how he was an All-American, the dominance right there, looking to step over and get the three-point takedown, able to cover those hips. And Crumpler, a twitchy guy as well. He wants to move his hands, quick level changes right here, but Chris Cannon in a good position to do some work.
Last time Northwestern was at home, we saw Chris Cannon's left side of his chest, his left arm, his left shoulder just absolutely covered in tape. None of that tonight.
Sometimes that can hold you back mentally. It's a you know, a lot of these wrestlers, it can be a mental block for you. And, you know, that shoulder brace, it does a little bit for you, but that pain's still there. Whatever's bothering you is still going to happen. So it depends on the wrestler if they want it on or not. You see a lot of guys these days going opposed of the shoulder brace just to, you know, it kind of restricts you a little bit. That pain's not going away, and a lot of them want to fight for it rather than get that motion back.
Cannon won his opening duel this season. That was against NIU. He has lost his last 5 in a row.
And when Chris Cannon's healthy, he's one of the best wrestlers of this weight class, not in the Big Ten, but in all the nation. He was going to be a key prospect to be another All-American here for Coach Storniolo, and, you know, he wants to keep putting on this Northwestern singlet. He's happy to do it, and he doesn't want to see it end quite yet. And you got to love the fight if you're the Wildcat fan. I don't know quite why we got the stalemate right there, but we'll head back to the center of the mat.
In effect, he's actually lost his last 6 in a row, an injury forfeit loss against Illinois that does not go officially in the loss column in the same way. But then a major decision loss against Michigan, a tech fall loss against Minnesota, and then another major decision loss last time at Indiana. Looking to get his first Big Ten dual victory of his graduate season. And again, not lock up the duel for Northwestern, but put the Wildcats in an excellent position if he can get any result here.
Yeah, absolutely. And he came out strong, and, you know, the second and third periods have been tough for him this season. So a really good ride here from Chris Cannon. We knew Chris Cannon could do it in the top position, and you see it right here, a savvy ride, really using that leg control, trying to work some sort of power half if you can maybe get there. Some good defense on bottom from Crumpler.
Crumpler, who's wrestled at both 141 and 149 this season. 5-12 on the year. And a stalling warning here against Crumpler. Has lost his last 3 in a row. Was the only Michigan State wrestler who did not win against Clarion.
You see him get a potentially dangerous call right there, and Chris Cannon was in a good position to run some near fall. But a tough ride here from Chris Cannon.
A few instructions from the referee with 20 seconds to go in the first period at 141. Three matches to go after this will all feature ranked wrestlers for the Wildcats.
Here he goes trying to run that power half, but I'm not sure he's going to have enough time. He had one more go at it, and we already got a stall warning on bottom from Crumpler. That's going to be an important one to watch here.
3-0 after the first period, and it feels like Crumpler here is right on the edge of getting a penalty point for stalling.
Yeah, and now he's going to have to do it in the top position. So, you know, that's a tough ride. That takes a lot out of you if you're in the bottom position for more than 2.5 minutes. But a quick switch there from Chris Cannon.
Coach Storniolo of Northwestern there looking content on the Wildcat bench. Probably doesn't feel he has to do a whole lot of coaching for a guy with Cannon's level of experience.
And Chris Cannon's a guy who could maybe get back into those coaching ranks if he wanted to. Just a veteran guy. You've only heard good things about him here in Evanston. Right there. Got the reversal. Trying to get a mat return and get back in the top position where he's been so good in this match.
I'm sure Coach Storniolo would love to have him still on the bench next year if Chris was interested. Trying to prevent a reversal here by Crumpler.
He's going to get it right there. Good patience there on the edge of the mat. Tough edge wrestling right here. Cannon trying to keep that leg in. That riding time still over 2 minutes for Chris Cannon. Crumpler taking a dent out of there.
Cannon, I think, was looking for a stalemate. He was looking for a stoppage of any sort. Meanwhile, away from that action, Coach Storniolo was at the scorer's table.
Yeah, not sure what he's talking about. Maybe seeing if, you know, why we didn't see a stop in action, I think, if I could read his words, but I'm not 100% sure what he's having a conversation about over there. A lengthy discussion.
Yeah, there was no challenge brick thrown, so it's not of that variety.
Not anything to challenge, too. Sometimes you're going to see these quick conversations just get, get a word out of the official, what you want to hear, and sometimes it's good to get your guy a breather, too. So you really want to, if you have a reason to talk to the official, they'll give it to you. They'll give you their full explanation. We saw after the break that both these officials, looking for both Northwestern coaches, wanted to re-explain some things from prior match in this duel, and that shows good officiating. There's so much that happens in a duel. A lot's quick, a lot happens. It's tough to get your full explanation out without keeping to move on. So I give credit to both these officials tonight. That's tough, they really want to make sure that both, the rules are properly officiated, making sure both coaching staffs knew. They had the rule book out and everything. You love to see that to make sure both sides get explained properly.
So what exactly that was all about will remain between the officials and Coach Storniolo. 5-2 in Cannon's favor with 50 seconds to go in the second period. As Cannon gets the escape. And again, you wonder if Chris is laboring a bit here.
Yeah, he might be, but also just, he's smart. He doesn't need, he's, in a good position to win. He doesn't have to waste his energy on a takedown he doesn't like either. And Crumpler, he's a guy who's, tough with his level change. So if you're Cannon, you really want to be in these collar positions because Crumpler wants to be out of the shoebox. He wants to be away.
Cannon might not have the tape on the shoulder, but his right foot and ankle has been immobilized, something that we saw put in place when Northwestern faced Minnesota, and we thought he might have to injury forfeit, and he toughed it out the rest of that match as we head to the third period with this match still in the balance. A lot, though, for Michigan State tonight, resting right now on the shoulders of Jaden Crumpler.
That could really put Michigan State in a tough spot if Chris Cannon can keep this one on, as we got a poke in the eye there on Cannon.
Cannon right now in good shape on riding time.
Crumpler, he's got 90 seconds to do some work too, so effectively 7-2 right now. But Crumpler, the way he's staying in this match, he still wants to get some of his offense going. He's got a chance here. So he gets to a leg. He's going to have to find to elevate. Chris Cannon, the heavy hips. That's There's not a whole lot you can do in that position. He's trying to get that far ankle, and he has a tight grip on that leg. He needs to hold on for a couple more seconds to effectively secure that riding time. And if you're Michigan State, you like that stalemate. That was going to be a tough position to score in for Crumpler.
Crumpler's got to go right on the attack, though, here out of the stoppage. Riding time secured for Cannon. Make that a 5-point lead effectively right now. Even a decision, though, would be such a great confidence builder for Chris Cannon.
We get a stall call now.
And there's the penalty point. And now a major decision could be in play, 30 seconds.
So they called that stall call on Cannon, actually, as he hasn't shown much action here in the third period.
That's my mistake. I had not seen a warning previously issued to Cannon. I had only seen the one issued to Crumpler. That was early on in this match, so my apologies.
And Cannon's going to be okay with that. You know, he's got plenty of time in the world here. Another takedown's not going to do it, so effectively just has to stay in the circle here.
While Crumpler goes for broke. 15 seconds. Cannon often dropping down to a knee on that right side. Battling through this match like he's battled through this season. The time is going to run out, and Chris Cannon, a big win tonight for the Wildcats, a big win for him in what's been a difficult season.
A tough season for sure, and you love to see that. You love to see those guys get those victories who, you know, puts it on the mat every single night. He puts it out there. A big win for the All-American.
That's an 11-point team lead for the Wildcats with 3 matches to go.